guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today we'll be making this super cute Easter spring wreath. So come find out what we need for this project. You will need purple and turquoise felt squares, a white sticky back felt square, sandpaper, plastic Easter eggs, a glue gun, pair of scissors, a paintbrush, a grapevine wreath, a variety of paint colors, a sponge brush, a bunny template, the link will be down below, a cup with about a teaspoon of water, and about 1 yard of burlap. So the first thing you want to do is take your egg and your sandpaper, this is 150 grit fine sandpaper, and sand all the edges of your eggs. And for the sake of time, I already went ahead and sanded all my eggs. I actually already painted all the purple ones. So just give them a good sanding. And then I went ahead and mixed my paint. Since I already had the two colors that I wanted, I had purple and turquoise, I just bought some white chalk paint. So I didn't have to buy two different colors of chalk paint. This way I could mix as much as I wanted, and I only had to buy 1 jar of paint. So I went ahead and mixed my turquoise with the white here, and I have my sponge brush ready to go. So I'm just going to start painting these, and I will be back right after they're all painted. You want to give them 2 coats. Do 1 coat, let it dry, and then another coat and let that dry really well, and then we will be back to do the speckling on the eggs. Cup with the water, and I probably have about a teaspoon of water in here. I'm going to add some brown paint so I can dilute it so it's watery, and it will flick a little bit better when I do my speckles on the eggs. Next step is to grab your felt, your scissors, and your hot glue and make your felt roses. I already have several made here, and I'm just going to show you real quick how to make them. They're super easy. I roughly cut a 4x4 square, I mean really rough, fold it in fourths, and then go ahead and trim the open edges into a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is more of an oval, but that's okay. And then start on one end, on the edge, and gradually cut a snake into your felt. If you want to see my other project that I used with these, it is the cross frame. I will put the link for that down below. So go ahead and go all the way into the center and leave a circle like that. And that will be where you glue the bottom of your rose. And then you go ahead and take this and just start curling it in on itself until you hit the center, and then you glue the bottom on. Just like that. And then at this point, you just want to put some glue, put some hot glue on the bottom, that piece right over the top there. So go ahead and make your roses. I'm not sure right now how many I'm going to need until I actually start playing with my wreath. So I've made a bunch here, and I'm going to finish these up and start playing with putting it on the wreath and see if I need to make some more. But I do have a few more felt squares that I can work with. Take your white sticky back felt, and using the Easter Bunny silhouette template, you're going to take the Sharpie and trace around, and then go ahead and cut the felt out. Take that bunny that you just cut out and stick it to your burlap, and go ahead and cut that out. To make a burlap bow, and if you have your pre-packaged ribbon, you can go ahead and use that, but I am just going to be using the length of burlap that I already had, and my longest length that I had was 2 feet, so this is 2 feet by about 2 inches here, or like 2.5 or 2.25 inches wide, but you can make it as wide as you would like it. I cut 2 of those to make a bow, and then I cut a 1/3 length to use as a tie at the top of to hang the wreath. So to make the bow, take one of your lengths, and we're going to go ahead and make part of the bow by taking one end and curling it over like this, and then we're going to pull this over into the middle. And let's see, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. And then we'll flip it over, and we have one tie here, or one tail. So we're going to scrunch it together in the middle to make the middle of the bow. That's one tie, one tail. And I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of the burlap itself that pulled off, kind of like a twine. So if you wanted to use twine or jute, you can. I'm just going to tie it in the middle here. Or if you have ribbon, you can go ahead and make it just a simple bow. That's what this is just how I'm going to make it with the burlap. It's just a little bit easier since I don't have the full length I would need to make a regular bow. So you kind of want to just use what you have. And then I'm going to take my other piece, and I'm going to just go ahead and glue it back behind here. So I'll take my scissors and cut this off. First I'll go ahead and glue in the back here with the hot glue. Just stick a little bit here. And then now I'm just going to cut the tails on the bottom here into a V, cut a V shape out of there like that. And then I think I may want to put a little twist in the middle there, or a little piece to make a center. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece here and go ahead and wrap it around. Just like that. I'm going to let it sit for a second to dry. Trim off these excess pieces here. Even out my tails now. Just like that. So my bow is ready to go. Now the last step is to assemble the wreath. So I have gathered all my supplies, the eggs that I made, my roses that I made, the bow, and the bunny. So I'm just going to go ahead and put you on fast forward, and I will assemble my wreath. So here's the final wreath. I think it turned out super cute. I thought it was funny too that the wreath that I had purchased, this was from Walmart, happened to be in sort of an oval shape. It wasn't quite round, so it actually worked out really well for an Easter wreath. It wasn't in the Easter section, it was in the floral department, but it still was just a little oblong, so it just worked out that way, and I think it turned out super cute. I didn't end up using all my Easter eggs and not quite all the roses, but I think it looks great. So I hope this gives you guys some inspiration. It's really super inexpensive and it turned out great. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.